Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Let's talk about the real reason why your life sucks. So we like to attribute certain things like social media addiction to depression and anxiety and frustration. But the real reason why your life sucks is simply this. You aren't living according to how you are supposed to live, right? If you look at the average person, right, who's depressed, right, you can you can attribute their depression to simply not moving enough, right? Not getting exposure to sunlight, not getting exposure to the earth, right? And when you look at how most people live, right, we just jump from box to box, right? We go from the car box, we go from our house, right, to our car, to our job, right? And then back to our car, and then back to our house. So we're just, every day, we're just living in boxes, right? Think of the person who works 5 days a week, right? That's their life. So 5 days a week, they're really not getting any exposure to sunlight. They're not getting any exercise really, unless they make it a point to get exercise. And they're certainly not getting fresh air. They're certainly not getting sunlight. And this is the real reason why people's lives suck, right? And I just made a video talking about health and financial freedom and how financial freedom can actually enhance your health, because if you're financially free and you have your money on point, right, you can quit your job that requires you to deal with people you don't want to deal with, that cause you stress, that cause you frustration, right? And then you can also free yourself from being in one spot all day. I think that's really why, you see people who are do DoorDash or do Uber or do Instacart. The real reason why they do that, right, is because people want to be mobile. People are sick of being confined to a little space for the majority of their life. Think about the average person, right? They're sitting there in the same spot 5 days a week for 10 hours, 12 hours, right? So if you want to analyze your life right now and look at why it sucks, right, you can really boil it down to that first fundamental truth, that it's because we're not living like we should. It's because we're not getting the natural element exposure like we should, right? And then obviously when you're inside for prolonged periods of time, you're not getting any interaction with people, right? So your body is basically telling you, like, dude, you're basically, what your brain thinks is that you're like a monkey or a zebra in a zoo, right? And that is why you feel the way you do. That's why you feel the depression. That's why you feel the anxious thoughts. That's why you feel frustration, right? Just being here in Florida over the past 3 years, right, and making it a point to get outside, making it a point to walk more. This is my third walk of the day. I've noticed that just me focusing on my health, focusing on sunlight, focusing on fresh air, right? You can take everything else that supposedly makes us happy out of the equation. You can take out relationships, you take out finances, you take out the cars, the Lamborghinis, right? The whatever, the cloud, the social media status. You take out all that, right? And you will notice that you can see extraordinary improvements in your just general mood and your happiness and your ability to think clearly and your ability to feel at ease, right? Like, how many of us, right, live in, when we're inside for excessive periods of the day, it's like you feel like a knot in your stomach. You feel like there's something's wrong. There's times where I'll be inside for a couple hours and I'm like, damn, bro, like, why do I feel this way? Like, why do I feel anxious? Why do I feel frustrated? Why do I feel like sideways, right? And it's because we're not living in natural environments, right? Like, there's, like, I bring this up all the time, but they say that there's more toxic compounds, toxic chemicals in your living space than there is in a first world polluted city, right? And that's crazy when you really internalize that. So basically, when we're inside, we're exposed to so many toxic compounds in the fabric of our house that it's causing us to feel that those feelings of depression and anxiety and whatever else we feel. So definitely, you know, if you're struggling with depression and you think it's something else, you think it's because you aren't in a loving relationship, or you think it's because you don't have enough money, right? Like, that's typically what mainstream self-help is about, right? It's about getting money, right? It's about getting six-pack, six figures, right? It's about looking good, right? It's about getting bigger muscles, and it's about making a lot of money, increasing your status. And those are all good things. I'm not saying you should completely avoid those and just focus on your health, but one thing I can say is that getting out is one of the things that will dramatically improve your mood. And you have to do it every day, right? You can't just sit there and not do it. You do it once a week and expect the results to come in, or expect the mood changes to come in. Like, I can't just get sunlight once a week, right, on my day off and expect my life to change, right? Like, I got to make it a habit. And here's the thing too, right? I know we all have busy ass lives. Some of you guys work 2 jobs, you have families, you have so many obligations. You got to pick your kids up from school, you got to drive them to school, you got to drive them to baseball practice, you got to do so many different things, right? This person needs this appointment over here, right? So I know your lives are busy. My life is busy at times, but we got to remember that we're humans, right? We're not supposed to be on phones all day. We're not supposed to be inside all day. When you boil it down, right? Depression, anxiety, negative emotions, feeling pissed off, frustration, anger, whatever it is, a lot of it is because we're inside, and it's because of the food we consume, and it's because of the lack of sunlight, the lack of purity that we get from breathing fresh air, right? And that is going to be your key to curbing your so-called depression, curbing your so-called anxiety, your so-called frustration, right? Like, these first world problems that humans thousands of years ago never had, right? And I'm sure that prehistoric humans and our ancestors had other problems, right? Like famines, and they had more conflict within other tribes, and of course, right? But our goal, I think, as modern humans, is to figure out how to just get back to prehistoric life, in the sense that we don't necessarily destroy civilization, we don't destroy technology, we don't destroy everything we've created over the past thousands of years, but we learn to adapt, right? Because we can't keep living the same way if we want change, right? We can't keep living inside all day. We can't keep consuming foods and fueling corporations that don't support healthy living, that don't support optimizing human health, right? That just care about profits. And I think if we vote with our dollar, if we spend money on things that help the planet, help ourselves, and make us healthy and make us happy, I think that we'll be in a lot better shape as a species. But right now we have a really poor population as it pertains to health and mental health. And I'm learning every day. I mean, I study different things. Right now I'm learning about dopamine. I have a book I want to read on sleep and stress. So I mean, like I said, there's going to be more of these videos coming here in the future, but I just want to make this video to give you guys some inspiration to get outdoors more, definitely walk more. I read a stat the other day that the average human, right, walked 15,000 steps a day in prehistoric times, our ancestors. I mean, how many people do you know nowadays that get even 10,000 steps, right? So I mean, it's probably not a lot. So we got to do better at getting out, moving our bodies, and I think we'll see the benefits in our mood, and hopefully our creativity gets better, our finances get better, and our relationships get better as a result of us being happier, healthier, and stronger. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And as always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.